CTV presents Concentrations Challenge of Champions. This portion of Concentration is brought to you by Stripe, the toothpaste that fights decay germs as long as 4 hours after brushing. And now, beginning the final set in our challenge series, Mr. Ralph Branca. And his opponent, Mr. Arthur Levine. And now, here's the star of the show, Hugh Dowd.
Thank you, Jim Lucas. Here we are with the final set. This is the playoff. Conceivably, the Challenge of Champions could end today. It probably won't, but it could. If it went fast, 2 games to 1 guy. We'll see what happens here. Anyway, best 2 out of 3. Oh, that's right. It would have to go awful fast to get out today because this is 4 out of 7. I forgot the first 2 sets are 2 out of 3. 4 out of 7 now. And so if you lose 2 in a row, there's no big panic right away. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start with Arthur, because it was Ralph's choice on a flip of the coin that he sit in that seat. Where you had been sitting in that seat. You just wanted to change sides at the half or something. Anyway, I want to have a word with you first if you'll follow me over this way. Sit tight, gentlemen, and just get used to the studio because you've never been in here before or know anything about the game. We'll be right back. Follow me over here for just a moment, if you will. You know, I think that this Stripe story, we tell you about it from time to time, is so important for your family that instead of using a lot of sugar-coated words, I think we ought to just concentrate on the facts regarding it. What you see on your screen right now is the world's most unique way to make sure your children do what the dentist wants them to do. Because children are so fascinated by stripes, bright red stripes, that they just naturally do brush more often. And longer, too, when Stripe is the refreshing, good-tasting family toothpaste. Now, of course, the red stripe may do... Red Stripe way, regular brushing is important, but even more important is the fact that Stripe, with hexachlorophene, goes on working long after your toothbrush stops. It has the longest lasting decay germ fighter ever put in any toothpaste. All you have to do is just concentrate on the facts. Longer lasting decay germ fighter, special fun for children, plus hours of real grown-up action against bad breath germs, and I think that you realize it's pretty clear that Stripe is the perfect family toothpaste. That's Stripe. All right. I think we're ready to start. In fact, it's high time. We will start with 2 numbers from Arthur Levine, one at a time.
Well, I think I'll start with number 27, please, Bill.
27. That's
Number
a pretty good start. And 7? 7 he calls. A dropped gumdrop doesn't match a chinchilla stole, but remember where they've been, both of you. Ralph, it's your turn.
Number 9.
Number 9. Box of boxes.
And 16.
Very good. There's the luck of a champion, as we say. No, actually, watch the first 2 parts of the puzzle now, Ralph. The first 2 clues come into view. Want to guess? It's early yet. Still your turn. 2 more.
And number 6.
Number 6. The birthday present. That's
And 24.
$1,000 worth of birthday present. Burlap earlaps do not match, and it becomes Art's turn.
Number 3, please.
3 is a forfeit. You have
Number 20.
nothing to lose. If that matches, there's no harm. A wild card goes for a forfeit. There's no loss, though. No harm as a result. All right, more parts of the puzzle into view now. Art, you don't get much more out of that either.
Nothing more.
Don't want to guess?
No.
Still more.
13.
13. Get rid of them now when you can't
25.
get rid of them. Not a match. Ralph.
7. And 25.
The gumdrop. Every prize is important. All right, these 2 parts of the puzzle. Any idea? Still your turn.
Number 10.
10. telephone call to anyone in the world.
And 23.
Pipes and the humidor don't match. Art, your turn.
Number 19.
19. Well, it's a 19, Art. You think you can match that? No, it's a forfeit.
13.
That's all you turn up. That's good. No harm. All right, for $100 and the first game of this final set. Do you want to guess now?
No.
Still your turn.
Number 2.
Number 2.
27.
27. He zeroed in on that right away. The Chinchilla Stole on your side of the board. Now there's a good one. And still more of the puzzle in the view. A look at this. What do you think?
No, another 2. Number 29.
29. The Basset Hound.
26.
It's a live and lovable dog. Doesn't match bedroom furniture. Any way you cut it. Ralph.
Number 10.
Number 10.
And 29.
29 might be somewhere on the board. No, that's not that. Art.
Number 11, please.
Now your Chinchilla Stole goes if you match that this time.
I'll pass it this time.
You're going to pass it up, okay? Board goes back. Ralph.
Number 14. And number 21.
Oh, man! Well, Art, easy come, easy go. I guess the Chinchilla Stole now goes to Ralph's side of the board. But you made the match. No, he made the match. He gets a look at these 2 parts of the puzzle for one good prize. What do you think it says? All right, it'll be your turn when we come back. First, though, here's the film that may change the thinking of a lot of women about their wash day detergent. Watch. It's Ralph's turn.
And number 18.
Number 18. A wild card matches anything,
And
as you know.
23.
23 is a not a yes. That's what I expected. The pipes and the humidor on your side of the board. Art, for the Chinchilla Stole and the first game of this potential 7-game set. Look at these puzzle parts, Ralph. You want to make a guess? Still your turn.
And number 17.
17.
And number 6.
6. It's someplace on the board. The birthday present is there. $100 every birthday for the next 10 birthdays, or running up $1,000 on your side of the board. 2 more parts of the puzzle. What does it say? Not yet. Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 12.
Number 12. The soda fountain.
And number 5.
Number 5. The Basset Hound. Not a match. Okay, Art.
Number 29. Number 5.
And number 5. He calls number 5, and the Basset Hound is on his side of the board. Now, 2 more parts of the puzzle in the view. Want to guess?
A slight discretion.
Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 15. Have to pass.
It'll take a while, cut. That's not a smart play. That's smart playing. A few players, I think many of you at home may know what he's doing. Anyway, it's Ralph's turn.
Number 1. And number 11.
See what he's done? A delivery man. But he can afford it.
I'll give up the gumdrops.
The gumdrops. It's a serious sacrifice, but we admire your courage in giving it up. Goes to Art's side of the board. You made the match, Ralph. Look at these 2 parts of the puzzle and tell us if you can swell. Want to guess? Still your turn. 2 more.
And number 30.
Yeah.
And number 12.
Number 12. Good. Soda fountain on this side of the board. Ralph, for the first game of this set and the Chinchilla Stole, think hard now. Look at these 2 puzzle parts. Tell us exactly what the puzzle says. Still your turn. Two more.
Number 26.
26.
And number 15.
Not a match. The board comes back, and it's Art's turn.
Number 22.
22.
10.
10. And the phone call to anyone anywhere in the world is on your side of the board. All right, for this first game, Art, look at these two new puzzle parts. Can you tell us exactly what it says?
A slight discrepancy.
Is right. You didn't. I had a feeling you may have known right after you said the other one because the buzzer sounded and you went,
No, I knew about the middle.
you said this. Is that right? Yeah, you said this discretion at first. And as you see, let's look at the entire puzzle. We see now that that is an S with a light after it is a slight discrepancy.
As soon as I figured out
Discrepancy. A slight discrepancy is the correct answer, and Art got it. Well, the first game goes to him. That's on this side of the board. And what we'll do is just sit tight, gentlemen. We'll offer the formal congratulations at this time to Art. Find out exactly what you've won.
First, a dropped gumdrop. Then a telephone call to someone you know anywhere in the world. Plus, here's one of Concentration's most delightful pets. This live and lovable basset hound, sure to steal the heart of any child. Furnished by the giant Spiegel catalog, featuring over 50,000 items. Spiegel, Chicago 9, Illinois.
Well, there's a start in this set. Anyway, we'll find out what happens. That's the first one. One down now. And we're changing the game now to the second one. So we'll take advantage of this pause for a... Unless you'd rather watch the game change, there's nothing to see. You just hear an interesting bunch of clicks and the same numbers stay there. I'd rather watch a commercial. I really would. Many emergencies could be prevented if we were only prepared. Therefore, listen carefully to this. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
And now, more of Concentration, brought to you by Chicken with the Sea Brand Tuna. The tuna with the mermaid on the label. For consistently high quality, it's the only brand to buy. And here again is Hugh Downs.
Well, we're back now with number 2 of this entire set here, best 4 out of 7. And we're all changed and ready to go, I guess. Nothing to say except that since Art is on that side, he starts. 2 numbers, Art.
Number 27, please, yeah.
27. All right.
Number 8.
Match a hobby horse. No, 13,468 buttons is a nice prize, but that's not it. Well,
Number 7
a gold bracelet,
and 24.
maybe. Formal wear, not a match. Art, again.
Number 18.
18. 50 pounds of coffee.
11.
Not a match. Ralph.
Number 20. And number 11.
Deliver the match. The forfeit is on your side of the board, and let the 2 parts of the puzzle. And from that, if you can't tell us what the puzzle is, you are in the same boat as everybody else.
A complete blank.
A complete blank is wrong, and it's still your turn.
Number 9. And 22.
No, I don't think that did it. Art?
Number 12.
12. 10,000 crumbs.
And 24.
24. Every prize is important. Not a match. Ralph, it's your turn.
Number 6.
6. Ford Falcon.
And 15.
There's one. See what 15 yields. Is that? No, it's not a match. The board comes back. It's going to be Art's turn in just 1 minute, but right now here's an important word about a fine new product. It's new Purina Cat Chow. Watch. Okay, Arthur. 2 numbers.
Number 2, please.
Number 2. Get rid of them now. What did you say?
17.
17. If that's a mate, there's no harm. You know, it's quite opposite. Ralph?
Number 22
22.
and 2.
And 2, and no harm. Now look at 2 more parts of the puzzle. Ah, now there are clues. You want to make a guess?
No.
It's still your turn.
17
17.
and 15.
Boy, nothing to take away from Art. Hey, wouldn't that be funny if, see, there's nothing on the board here, but wouldn't it be funny if he matches that, it says take one, and then what he'd take would be this. But that would have the wrong effect, because if you took this, say, all right, we'll put that to your side of the board, and that means, let's forget the whole thing. Still your turn. Well, the board goes back now. Now, can you tell us what it says from that? No, it's early yet. Still your turn.
Number 29
Number 29. All the buttons.
and number 8.
Number 8, is that where they were? Yes, the buttons are on your side of the board. Okay, for that prize, such as it is, but to even up the set, look at these 2 parts of the puzzle. You want to guess now? Still your turn. It's still early.
Number 25
25.
and number 9.
Number 9. The dots are on your side of the board. Okay, look at these 2 parts of the puzzle. More clues. What do you think it says? It's still your turn. 2 more.
Number 10
Number 10. Den furniture.
and 28.
28. Wild card puts the den furniture on your side. Here's 2 more parts of the puzzle now into view. Your time starts now. What does it say? Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 5
Take another wild card. There he passed. Okay, the board goes back. Art, your turn.
Number 19.
19. And? What?
6.
6. Wonder why you called that. Board passing on your side. Now you have something to shoot for. Okay, here come these 2 puzzle parts. What do you think it says? Time's up. It'll be your turn when we come back, but that'll be in just a moment. Right now, I'd like to have a word with you, if I might. You know, people say that times have changed, but there are still a few things that time has not changed. It was 50 years and many billions of sandwiches ago that America discovered a delicious new tuna, Chicken of the Sea brand tuna. Now, even in those days, with families like this one, quality and taste came first. And today, half a century later, Chicken of the Sea still selects only the prime fillet of tuna, and families still prefer Chicken of the Sea tuna salads and sandwiches. This prime fillet is pressure baked a special way to make it tender, moist, delicate in flavor for sandwiches, salads, and casseroles. Over 3 billion cans have been served and thoroughly enjoyed. So when you shop, look for the mermaid on the label. Plan to serve a tuna dish to your family with Chicken of the Sea, now celebrating 50 years of assured quality. It's the only brand to buy. There we are. Back in the game, it is Art's turn when we left off, so 2 numbers from Art.
21, please.
Number 21, he calls. 10,000 crumbs is what...
13.
13 might just be where it is. No, A Day of Beauty is not it.
Number
Wow.
12
Number 12.
and number 21.
He did it. 10,000 crumbs on your side of the board. 1 good prize, though, and most important, you'd even up the set if you look at these 2 puzzle parts. Ralph, now, can you tell us exactly what it says?
The Barretts of Wimpole Street.
Is right! Now we're evened up, aren't we? Did you know?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't? Look at the
I
entire...
would have known.
Trading my 4 prizes for his.
Can't be done. I don't blame you, though. I would, too. Look at the entire board. That's a bear, and that with the syllable it's, the Barretts of Wimpole Street. The Barretts of Wimpole Street. Now that was about Elizabeth Barrett Browning and Robert Browning, but who wrote the Barretts of Wimpole Street? They didn't write it. It's a book about them by somebody. Anyway, he got it.
Jim Lucas wrote it.
Jim Lucas, I forgot. All right, be ready with another game here in a moment? Yes, let's find out what you've won first, Ralph. Congratulations to you, and we'll look at exactly what you've won.
Ralph, I didn't write that book, but I have for you 13,468 buttons, 10,000 crowns, then perfect for your den, this elegant sofa and matching chair with foam-filled cushioning, furnished by Berkline, king of comfort chairs, Morristown, Tennessee. Plus 35,794 dots.
Well, the last one's it's a great prize, that last one. Ralph Franco won't have to dot an I until 1985. It's a very handy thing.
I don't even have an I in my name, do you?
That's right. You have to write other things. Well, if you spell Barrett's, I-T-S, I think that would be something. Well, are you ready to face another one here, Art? You think you're going to... I mean, it's going kind of even up here now. We'll see how it does go. Incidentally, in case you are unaware of it, as I appeared to be at the beginning, because it slipped my mind as to what set we were in. But in this playoff, it's the best 4 out of 7 games. And, of course, the two boiled down from the earlier prelims are Ralph Branca and Art Levine. And this being the final playoff of the Challenge of Champions. It'll go best 4 out of 7 games. So it could go another how many games? Another 3 more. That's right, because somebody has to win 4. We'll see how it goes. Well, I hear that clicking diminishing in the background, which means that they've just about got another game racked up there. And I think if we're all ready, just to review something you already know, but for legal reasons, the object of the game is to solve the puzzle. So start, Art.
27, please.
27? You always start with 27.
Yes. 20.
Can't hurt you. Hope it matches. 20 is not a match with the dining ensemble. The board goes back and it becomes Ralph's turn.
7, please.
7 is a stack of tires.
And 24.
For your car. It's a whole set of tires. A reference library doesn't match your Art.
13.
13.
27.
27. Has he done it? A match? No harm. And we'll look at the first. Hey, it hasn't happened for a long time, Art. Look at the first 2 parts and solve the puzzle.
Great. Number 9.
No, yeah, sorry, it's still your turn. Number 9. A gookie cookie.
11.
We just poured a little glue on it. That doesn't match Picture Current Airlines. The board goes back and it's Ralph's turn.
22.
22. Well, that's a nice one.
And number 4.
Number 4, let's see what he's done. Theater tickets don't match. It's Art's turn. We're out of time today. We'll take up where we left off, though, and I'll explain a little bit more fully in just a moment after this message. This is a question you should ask yourself, and it has a very important answer attached to it. Watch. Here's Connie. This is the award that'll go to the all-out winner of the Challenge of Champions. You know he's patterned after an exact reproduction of Rodin's Thinker. What do you think he's thinking about? The guy sitting there on a rock.
The puzzle.
The puzzle. What do you think, Art?
I was going to win the pennant.
Yeah, probably. I was thinking he's wondering who got his clothes. We'll see you tomorrow here on saying so long, thanks for playing. Concentration.
Saturday night, Joy the fall premiere of the Joy Bishop Show with Milton Berle as guest star. That's the Joy Bishop Show premiering Saturday at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time in color here on NBC. Now stay tuned to Missing Links next in color on NBC. This program was pre-taped. NBC TV presents Concentrations. Challenge of Champions. This portion of Concentration is brought to you by Extra Miles Lux Liquid for the woman who does dishes without help. And now, in the home stretch of our challenge series, Mr. Ralph Branca, who is now tied with his opponent, Mr. Arthur Levine. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, Mr. Hugh Downs.
Well, gentlemen, thank you, Jim. We're here with what, in effect, is our World Series, actually, on Concentration. I jokingly said it only happens once every 5 years because it's the first, and we've been on 5 years, but it will be every year. We're going to do this every year now. Well, we'll see what happens. This is the home stretch, and yesterday we had just started the game, and time ran out on us. At that time, neither of you had any prizes credited. It was so early, so we want to bring the board back to the position it was in when we left off play yesterday. There is a brand new puzzle on the board, but the prizes being the same, you can turn it over to the new position there. Oh, big deal. I mean, not much to go on there, but if you think you know what that says from what you see there, don't guess until you've made a match.
Could I ask a question?
Yes,
you could.
Is that
a forfeit? I forget. It was.
It was a forfeit. That's why, otherwise there'd be a prize on the board. That's correct. Okay, don't guess till you've made a match, either of you. It's Arthur's turn, so he'll take up where we left off when we go, but one moment first. Here's a lady with a problem probably a lot like yours. Watch. The date. It's Friday the 13th. Does that make you nervous? Either of you superstitious?
Well, we both are. He's number 13 anyway.
No, 13 was my number.
That's right. 13 was the number. That's true. You don't care about Friday the 13th. At least you're both playing on Friday the 13th. We keep things even here, you notice. We have the same date for both of them. It's Arthur's turn. Let's get back to the game.
I think we'll try number 26, please.
Number 26 starts off, and what can you mention?
Number 28.
Number 28. That matches you. Not a match with a take on. Board goes back. It's Ralph's turn.
7, please.
Number 7. 50 pair of nylons.
And 24.
Maybe. Theater tickets to every show on Broadway, but not a match. Art.
29.
29.
11.
Nothing to lose. He matches it. He's in business. Gooey chop suey. Lovely prize, but not matching. Ralph.
Number 9.
Number 9.
And 28.
And 28. Well done. Can't take anything away from him, but you made the match. 2 more parts of the puzzle flash into view. Ralph, you have the right to guess if you want to. No, still your turn. 2 more.
Number 2.
2. A wild card.
And 20.
Well, you don't lose anything anyway. Well, I hate
Shopping.
Hate to see a wild card go for that. But you have another game in this set. If you look at these 2 parts of the puzzle.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Not right. Still your turn.
Number 4, please.
4. Yeah. Every prize is important.
And number 11.
And number 11. You remember, the gooey chop suey is now stuck to your side of the board. And a look at 2 parts of the puzzle. The right to guess again. Still early. 2 more.
Number 12.
12. The
And
reference
26.
library, he remembered. And the reference library on your side of the board. Good work. A good prize there. And the game, if you look at these 2 puzzle parts, Ralph, and tell us now exactly what it says. Still early. 2 more.
Number 8.
You can afford it. You want to? No, you're going to pass. Okay.
29.
What?
29.
29.
8.
And 8. Deliberate match. No harm. And a look at these 2 puzzle parts now for this game, Art. What do you think it says?
Yeah.
No guess. Still your turn.
1.
1. The dining ensemble.
15.
Nice prize if you can match it. Might be under 15. Let's take a look. No, a Gookie cookie doesn't match it. Ralph, it's your turn.
21.
21. A gummy gimlet.
And 14.
And 14. A gummy gimlet. Man, that's not Friday the 13th type luck. Take a look at these two puzzle parts now, Ralph, for your good prize in the game. What do you think it says? Shh. Audience, don't think out loud. Still your turn, Ralph.
Number 10 and 30.
No, not a match. The board comes back. It's going to be Art's turn when we come back. And that'll be in just 1 minute. The reason I ask the audience not to think out loud is because it would ruin things, and it makes me nervous, too. You know, it certainly is true that mother's work is never done, especially now that the busy days of fall are coming on with school and everything. But anything that saves you time and worry is a real blessing, and I'm holding in my hand one thing that can do just that. This is why Stripe, with a built-in brushing reminder for children, is worth your attention. Children are so fascinated by Stripe's bright red stripes that they just naturally do brush more often. And longer, too, with Stripe fun in the home. It is a fact that children love the stripes and the special good taste of this toothpaste. But there sure is nothing childish about the way Stripe works. You see, Stripe goes on working when your toothbrush stops, with the longest-lasting decay germ fighter ever put in any toothpaste, plus hours of antiseptic action against bad breath germs, too. So remember, for the active days ahead, Stripe, with special fun for children and lasting germ-fighting protection, is a real blessing for busy mothers. So why not try a tube or two of Stripe, the perfect family toothpaste. Here we are. Now, when we left off, it was Arthur's turn. So, Art, 2 numbers, and we're back in the game.
1, please.
He calls number 1 first.
30.
It's the dining ensemble. Dining ensemble. On your side of the board, 1 good prize. And this game, Art, if you look at these 2 puzzle parts, swell. Want to guess?
Doesn't
No
help.
penalty for a wrong guess, as you know. 2 more numbers.
22.
22. What was that?
15.
Gookie Cookie. And that puts that on your side of the board, protecting the dining ensemble. 2 more parts of the puzzle in the view. Want to guess? Still your turn. 2 more.
18.
18. A croquet set.
Pass.
Or, gonna pass? Okay. Ralph, it's your turn.
Number 5 and
Theater
24.
tickets to every show on Broadway is a match on your side of the board, along with the library and the game, Ralph. If you look at these 2 puzzle parts, can you tell us now exactly what it says? Not yet. Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 18.
18. A croquette set, or a croquet set.
I'll pass.
You gonna pass too? All right.
Art. 17.
17.
10.
The tires. He called 10 to match the tires on your side of the board. 2 good prizes now in this game, Art. If you look at these 2 puzzle parts, can you now tell us what the puzzle says? Still your turn. 2 more.
6. 18.
And 18. They were looking for that. Found it finally. The croquet set there now. 2 good prizes in this game. These 2 parts of the puzzle into view. What does it say, Art? Not yet. 2 more. Still your turn.
23.
The diamond necklace. There's a great one.
3.
It's lurking somewhere on the board. That could be it. It is a wild card. That makes it. Okay, Art, once more. Audience, please be careful. Don't even think it. Look at these 2 parts of the puzzle. What does it say?
Stable shoe of
Still your turn. 2 more.
19.
19. Take another wild card to do that.
Pass.
Yeah, he passes, okay. Ralph, your turn.
16.
16. You can afford it? Can you match it?
No, 19.
19? He's going to try for 19 as a match. Not a match. The board comes back. It's Art's turn.
25 and 7, obviously. I guess.
And 7, he calls. 50 pair of nylons on your side. Art, I have to tell you that since we know 16 and 19 do not match, this will be your last chance to get it. Ralph does it if the time runs out and you don't have it. Here come these two new puzzle parts. Can you tell us now exactly what it says?
The Stade Shoe of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty.
It was after the
Statue
buzz.
of Liberty. What was it?
I've got a call for a ruling. Did he make it under the buzz? I think the buzzer beat you to that, Art. And that means that, Ralph, whatever, if you think it's that, or whatever you think it is, you can say it.
The Statue of Liberty.
It is right, and Ralph has this game by a real photo finish. Art, for your satisfaction, we'll check that tape, but I'm pretty certain that before you got it out right, the buzzer had it, and this game belongs to Ralph. And that means number 2 for there. We'll re-rack a new game. These photo finishes put about 5 more gray hairs in there. Look at the entire thing. Now, you see 16 and 19, as we know, did not match. And the remaining, of course, you had the bird was right there, and the syllable li, but that's an ad with an ST in front of it. So Stad, the statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was the right answer.
Checked right hand for me.
That was pretty close, because when you spelled it out that other way, you know, I thought, man, you're going to think of it. The buzzer hit before you said
that
it.
plus sign by the ad threw me off. I didn't notice it.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, statue. That's the way syllables are always linked with a plus sign there. Well, that was a close one, I'll tell you. Now, presently, we can let it go back now, I guess, and go to another game here. But congratulations to you, Ralph, on this one. Let's find out exactly what you've won.
First, Ralph, a gummy gimlet. Then furnished for the World Book Encyclopedia, a marvelous gift for students and for the education and enjoyment of the whole family. The World Book Encyclopedia, over 11,000 pages, representing more than 2,800 scholars. You just won yourself a holiday on Broadway, 2 tickets to every show along the Great White Way. Musicals, drama, comedy, it's all yours, including tickets to How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, Oliver, and Never Too Late. Plus, some gooey chop suey.
There it is. They're busy now with getting the new game racked up, and you can even it up by winning this one. That'll make it 2-all. Right now, a word about Easy Off Oven Cleaner. This, and Dristan Nasal Mist also. Watch. All right, stay with us now. We'll be back in a moment.
More of concentration. And once again, here is Hugh Now.
Thank you, Jim. We're back, ready to launch into another game in which Art Levine can even things up in this set if he wins it. We'll find out what happens, and he's still in the running even if he should lose this next game, and we'll find out what goes on now. I don't think there's anything else in the preliminaries. Just the object of the game is to solve the puzzle. Art, give us 2 numbers, and we'll start.
27, please.
27.
7.
And 7 is a match. That's the way to start. Nothing to lose either. The first 2 parts of the puzzle flash into view with a clue.
Dangerous Dan McGrew.
That is, did you say Dangerous Dan McGrew? Nothing. It's still your turn. 2 more.
Number 26.
26.
And number 13.
Not a match. Ralph.
Number 6. And 29.
Sterling silver, if you can. Nope. Board goes back. Shopping spree is a nice prize. Art?
19.
19.
11.
Boy, are you racking it up. You're really hitting him there. 2 more parts of the puzzle into view. You can't take anything from Ralph. Another clue.
No. 14.
Still your turn.
14. 20.
20. Get rid of them now. You lose nothing. If 20 matches, you have a wild card match. No more harm. A look at still more of the puzzle. Want to guess? 2 more numbers.
18.
18. Match it if you can.
10.
10 might be. But is not. It's giggle water. The board goes back. It's going to be Ralph's turn in just a moment. Right now, let's take time out for a moment. It's clear to see that you can have beautiful hair. Just listen to this message. Okay, we're back in the game now with Ralph's turn.
Number 12.
Shopping spree.
29.
Has he done it? The shopping spree, yes. Right. That's a nice one. Nice prize. That's $500 worth of shopping spree. Look at these two parts of the puzzle, Ralph, and you're right to guess if you wish. Early. Still your turn.
Number 3
Number 3. A crying towel.
and 21.
A crying towel. Man, you guys. That's amazing, isn't it? Art hit two of them like that, and he hit one there. Look at these two puzzle parts, Ralph. For the shopping spree in the game, what does it say? I must point out, I hear someone in the audience speculating on what it is. Nobody's near it yet, but it can be disastrous. Please don't make anything out loud, because it can be heard. Okay, it's still Ralph's turn.
Number 25
Number 25. A million laughs.
and number 4.
No, not a match. Art, your turn.
18.
18.
4.
And 4. A deliberate match. No harm, because he can afford that. Still more of the puzzle prizes into view, Art, for this game. Swell. Want to guess?
Not yet.
Still your turn.
22.
22. Shortwave radio.
1.
Nice prize. It might be behind 1, but it's not. That's a screen house. It makes it Ralph's turn.
Number 10
10. Giggle water.
and 15.
No, not a match. Art, your turn.
22.
22, he called. And
15.
15. Puts the shortwave radio on your side. Still more of the puzzle into view. All right, for the radio in the game, what does it say?
Don't know yet.
Still your turn.
2.
Carving set.
26.
Carving set. All right. 2 more parts of the puzzle into view. What does it say? Still your turn.
30.
30. The backyard golfer.
23.
Maybe. No, not a match. The board goes back, and it's Ralph's turn.
Number 1
And, oh, well, 1. He's calling 1 and
23.
23. No surprise. Puts the screen house on your side of the board. The shopping spree and the screen house in the game, Ralph. If you look at these puzzle parts, can you tell us what it says? Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 9
9. The
and 30.
backyard golfer. Number 30 is a match. Okay, for your good prizes in the game, think hard. Look at these puzzle parts. Can you now tell us what the puzzle says? Not yet. Still your turn.
Number 17
17. Wild card.
and number 25.
Number 25. Not a match. Oh, it is a match. Of course, an automatic match. The million laughs goes on your... Every prize is important. Most important of all, you got to look at still more of the puzzle and the right to guess. Ralph, for this game, what does it say? Not yet. It'll be your turn when we come back, though. Here's something I know will be of interest to all of you. Let's see an important reason for sticking with Borden's. I was out talking to the people. And we're back now. All right, it's Ralph's turn, so 2 numbers from Ralph.
Number 8
Number 8. Takes a...
pass.
Well, he's going to pass. All right, board goes back. It becomes Art's turn.
24.
24. Can you match
13.
it? And 13. Is that it? That is it. The Stereo TV combo on your side of the board for that prize in this game. Look at these 2 puzzle parts. What does it say? Not yet. Still your turn. 2 more.
28.
28.
6.
The sterling silver on your side of the board. Man, that is championship playing. Look at these 2 puzzle parts now. Wait, your time doesn't start until this one comes into view. Now, what does it say? Still your turn. 2 more.
16.
16.
10.
And 10 is a match. Put the bigger water on your side. Once more now. 5 and 8 do not match, Art. Again, we're at the same situation we were before. If you can get it in the allotted time, here come these two puzzle parts. Can you now tell us exactly what it says?
Olivia de Havilland.
Is right. The yeah was what you needed. Yeah, all needed. Look at the entire board there. 5 and 8, you see, don't match, so that would have been nothing. So the rest of it is a little bit of the leaf, but Olivia is Olivia. Olivia de Havilland.
I was thinking of
See, it's a villain. Yeah, I know it's but it's a villain, obviously. So de Havilland is de Havilland. Olivia de Havilland is the correct answer, and he got it. Well, that evens things up, Ralph. Here we are, right almost where we started.
Back to 2 out of 3.
It's a wild idea, isn't it? Because the way it's coming out here, you're tenaciously hanging on, both of you. We'll have to see how it goes. Only if it's 3 and 3, it's the next one that is the real crucial payoff. Of course, we won't get. Did you know?
Yeah.
You did.
The
Oh
end,
boy, I know one of those.
Yeah.
And notice also how fast you got that out too. You didn't wait till That's a good idea.
I didn't know it until I saw the
If you'd waited too long, the buzzer would have sounded, but you had it. Olivia de Havilland is right. Congratulations to you, Art. Let's find out exactly what you've won.
First, some giggle water. Then the Deluxe 5-tube AM shortwave portable radio. With its powerful shortwave set, you can tune in the exotic, varied programs of foreign lands. With the AM, you enjoy popular domestic broadcasts. Your radio from the giant Spiegel catalog featuring over 50,000 items. Spiegel, Chicago 9, Illinois. A practical and handsome addition to any table, this superbly designed 3-piece carving set furnished by the Michael C. Fina Company. 12-place setting of sterling silver in the exquisite silver wheat pattern, a bold and graceful pattern in sterling silver. This gift is furnished by Reed & Barton, custom silversmiths. Plus, furnished by Admiral Television, a home entertainment center. Television, radio, high-fidelity record player, all contained in one handsome cabinet that can easily be a focal point of a room. Designed and built to Admiral's exacting standards and featuring the newest and easy tuning and distortion-free viewing and listening.
It's amazing, yeah. We'll be back presently and explain a little more about what's going to happen, but we're even up now, 2 games each. Right now, here's a word about some other NBC programs that you're sure to enjoy if you tune them in. Well, it may be all over Monday because we'll see. It may not, too, but tune in Monday. One of you is going to win a trip around the world, in addition to Connie and whatever other prizes you have racked up, the prizes you've already won, yours to keep. I was just saying, it's a different game when you got champions like this playing. It's amazing. See you Monday. Have a good weekend. I'm saying so long. Thanks for playing. Concentration.
Sunday night, tune in the new season premiere of the Show of the Week. Our first program, The Last Hangman, with Ed Begley and Clive Reveley. That's the Show of the Week, premiering Sunday night at 10, 9 Central Time, here on NBC.
This has been an NBC Television Network presentation.
NBC TV presents Concentrations. Challenge of Champions. This portion of Concentration is brought to you by Alka-Seltzer, refreshing Alka-Seltzer for fast, effective relief of the stomach, headache, and for that feel-better feeling. And now, still battling for that trip around the world, Mr. Ralph Branca. And his Challenge Series opponent, Mr. Arthur Levine. And now here's the star of the show, Hugh Downs.
Well, thank you, Jim. We're here, and thank you, Ralph, for my microphone. It was hiding. We are in the midst of the Challenge of Champions. What a weekend! I hope you had a nice one. I'll explain a little more fully about what is going to happen in a moment. I think that what we're going to do, however, is have a commercial message before we go to anything else. You know, I can't see that at all. I got some words written out down there, and there's a big pocket of darkness there, but I wanted to get that commercial out of the way before I launched onto a rather involved explanation. Some of you are in for a surprise. Ralph was in for a surprise. a few days ago. And as a matter of fact, it came as a surprise to me. You'll recall that when we were in the last game, the Statue of Liberty was the answer to it. Art Levine, it was like a photo finish, but everybody agreed, including Art, I think, that he had started that correct answer right after the buzzer rang. I said, however, we'll check the tape, which we do, routine, an audio tape on it to make sure that what we thought was right. And everybody, as I say, more or less agreed, and we listened to the tape. And the more we listened, the more we realized why they have those cameras at racetracks, because sometimes the things happen faster than the eye or ear can accurately determine. And a very careful examination of that tape reveals the fact that Art Levine actually started to say the Statue of Liberty correctly before the buzzer sounded. And I tell you, it's a heartbreaker for, you know, it's kind of like, does he look like Bobby Thompson? I mean, this is one of those things, but it has an effect on the, the fact is that Art won that game. Now, what we're going to do, because we announced at the time that the prizes were going to be Ralph's, the prizes he racked up in that game are going to remain Ralph's. But Art Levine won the game, and that's the way it stands. Now, this has the following effect. We've just shielded these things. Taking these off now, we're going to have a rather profoundly different bit of scoring, which that means since Ralph didn't win that game and Art did, what had been a tie, 2-up, becomes now 3-1. In order to stay in the series now for a time, Ralph is going to have to win this next one and the next 2 or 3 in order to win it. But as it stands now, Arthur Levine, having won that, is the winner of 3 games in the Challenge of Champions. And there's the way it is. You're still in it, and it's anybody's series up until it becomes 4 games for one person. All right, as I recall, the prizes that you had credited at that time, Ralph, included the nylons, a croquet set of dining room furniture, auto tires, and a diamond necklace. So there were some good... Oh, I'm sorry, that's Arthur's, that's right. The prizes Ralph had, he does retain. I don't have a list of them right now, but they will be yours to keep. Arthur, you had the croquet set and the prizes up through the diamond necklace. Ralph, that is agreeable to you at this time?
You let me say this, that this is, how it has to be. It's fair, and this is why Concentration is such a great game and gets the great ratings it does, and you deserve it.
Well, you're a good sport. I thank you, Ralph. All right, we'll get on now with the Challenge of Champions, and I guess we're all ready to start a game. In this game, since the starter is the one to my left, Art Levine, you give 2 numbers, one at a time. We're into another game.
I think we'll start with number 27, please.
Number 27.
Number 12.
Number 12. No, similar but not matching, as I used to say. Ralph, your turn.
Number 7.
Number 7. A hairnet.
And 25.
Catch a rabbit with it. Britannica does not match. Board goes back. It's Art's turn.
Number 21, please.
Number 21. Air purifier.
Number 17.
17. Haircut. No, not a match. Ralph.
Number 6.
Chevrolet Corvair.
And number 20.
Number 20. Not a match. All right, Art.
7.
7. That's the hairnet.
Yes.
Somewhere on the board. Not going to... Okay, Ralph. We'll go back. Ralph, your turn.
12.
Number 12.
And 20.
And 20. And it's a match. Well, the first 2 parts of the puzzle in review now. Nothing to lose since you had nothing racked up. It's very early. Do you want to make a wild guess?
My back's against the wall.
That's a great guess. Not right. Still your turn.
And number 15.
Number 15.
And 6.
And 6. Chevrolet Corvair on your side of the board. Now something to shoot at. More of the puzzle in view. More clues. Want to make a guess? Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 8.
Number 8. Another wild card. Another automatic guess. I hope you don't hit a forfeit.
29.
29. Whatever it is, it's a match. And the air purifier on your side. Okay, look at these 2 puzzle parts now. Ralph, the game and the Corvair. Do you want to make a guess? Still your turn.
Number 9.
Number 9. Can't take
27.
Can't take anything from Art, but that's playing the game. He got rid of that anyway. That means he won't be taking the Corvair. Look at these two puzzle parts now, Ralph, for the car in the game. Do you want to make a guess? It'll be your turn in just a moment. Right now, if you get out your pocketbook and open it, watch what can happen. All right, it's Ralph's turn.
Number 10
Number 10. The haircut.
and 17.
You don't need it. Can you get it? Yes, a match. The haircut on your side of the board. For the car and the game. And another game of the championship. Look at these two parts of the puzzle. Can you now tell us what the puzzle says?
Just,
Go ahead, what were you going to say? Finish it.
I'll pass it.
Oh, okay. Still your turn.
14
14.
and 26.
And 26. Not a match. The board comes back. It's Art's turn.
18,
18. The ice cream maker.
26.
And 26, and the ice cream maker's on your side of the board. The peculiar thing now rides on your decision. The prize is an ice cream maker, but it's more than that, really, because if you win this, you will have won the championship. Look at these two parts of the puzzle. Art Levine, can you tell us what the puzzle says? Not yet. Still your turn. Two more.
16.
The
7.
Hairnet. 7 it. Hairnet. Oh, no, it doesn't match. That caught me. Look at that. It both says hairnet, but that's a hairnet for the hair, and that's a rabbit net. So that doesn't match. The board goes back. And it's Ralph's turn. Okay, Ralph.
25
25. Britannica.
and 1.
And 1. Not a match. Board comes back again. Art.
14.
14.
1.
And 1. The language records on your side of the board. 2 prizes now, in addition to the all-out prizes for the championship. If you look at these two puzzle parts and tell us exactly what the puzzle says. Still your turn, though. 2 more.
3.
3. Up to you.
24.
24. No, not a match. Board comes back. It's Ralph's turn.
Number 16
16.
and 11.
11. No, not a match. Board comes back again. It's Art's turn.
7.
And
11.
11 and the hairnet. Right, the rabbit-type hairnet on your side of the board. Okay, Art, for the championship, look at these two puzzle parts. Do you want to make a guess as to what it says? Not yet. Still your turn.
4.
4.
25.
25. And the Britannica is on your side. Prize list is mounting. Still more of the puzzle interview. And you're right again to guess. Still your turn.
23.
23. You can afford it.
13.
And you match it. Not a match with the hairnet. The board comes back. It is Ralph's turn.
16
And
13.
13. And the hairnet on your side of the board. Ralph, for the Chevrolet Corvair and a chance to bring things more nearly even. Look at these two parts of the puzzle. Can you now tell us exactly what the puzzle says? Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 23
23.
and 19.
19. Is a match. What do you give up?
I'll give away the hair net because I need a haircut.
Okay, there it is, on the side of the board. You still have one great prize there. Look at these two puzzle parts now, Ralph. Can you tell us exactly what the puzzle says? Still your turn. 2 more.
Number 22,
Another wild card.
pass.
You got a pass. Board goes back. It's going to be Art's turn in just a moment. But right now, let's take time out for a moment. Here's an important message from the pharmaceutical division of Alberto Culver. Watch. Stay with us now. We'll be back in a moment.
Now, more of Concentration. And here again is Hugh Downs.
Thank you, Jim Lucas. The tension is mounting. It's Art's turn where we left off. Art, 2 numbers, 1 at a time.
5, please.
5. And it is a
24.
grandmother's clock. Is 24 the matching? It is the grandmother's clock on your side of the board. All right, Art, think hard. Look at these 2 new puzzle parts. Can you tell us exactly what the puzzle says?
Chest out, shoulders back, chin in.
Is right. Well, congratulations to you. Sit tight for a minute. Ralph, that's the way it goes. Did you know?
No, I was confused on the back. I kept thinking it was like this.
Oh, well, take a look now at the entire puzzle. You'll see all of it. That is, you probably have the chest out part and the shoulders in, but that's a chest, of course. So the chest out. Next line is shoulders, doors. Those are doors. Shoulders, back, right, on the next line. Then in. That's a very complicated one. When I looked at the master, it took me a while to figure out what I was looking at all of it. Yeah, that's right. Chest out, shoulders back, chin in is the correct answer. And that actually wraps things up. Ralph, I have as you know here, you're a good sport and a good player, both of you, as a matter of fact. That was really something to watch championship playing. We have this, you know, that everyone gets the Lucien Piccard watch. And it is inscribed on the back also as you're being a member of the Challenge of Champions team, Ralph Frank in 1963. And it really was great having you here, Art. Not only, Ralph, not only in the time that you spent during the Challenge of Champions, but, maybe we can get a close look at the watch, as a matter of fact, and the inscription. But all the games that you were on when you played the game here on Concentration last year. And I really enjoyed getting to meet you, too, because I was a fan. Good luck to you, and God bless you. Ralph Rankin. Well, congratulations, and winner, all-time champion, Arthur Levine. Let's find out exactly what you've won.
Well, first you have that hairnet, and then a hairnet, then an ice cream maker furnished by Nib Industries. Your new automatic freezer makes ice cream, sherbet, chiffon, gelatins, and refrigerators or home freezers. No salt or ice required. Furnished by Berlitz, a self-teaching foreign language course. Your choice of French, Spanish, German, Italian. Berlitz records and instruction script, and easy authentic fluency is readily obtainable. A gracefully styled grandmother clock furnished by Ridgeway. Precision weight-driven movement chimes the Westminster tune progressively on the quarter hour and strikes the hour. Finished in distressed fruit wood to blend with any decorating scheme. Plus a complete set of the world's most outstanding encyclopedia. These books are furnished with the Encyclopedia Britannica, representing a lifetime program for you and your family.
Well, there it is. There it is. Of course, those were just the winnings of that game, because there's something more important in connection with winning the All-Out Championship. We'll talk about that in just a second. Right first, here is a word about some other NBC programs that you're sure to enjoy. Watch. Well, we're here with winner and all-time champion, Arthur Levine, and this scoreboard now reads, as it should, 4 games. That means 4 of them, and that's 4 out of 7, any way you cut it, and he is the winner of this year's World Series. This is going to be an annual affair, and before we get to the something really important in the way of prizes in connection with this, Art, I just wanted to ask you what you're currently doing and what you'll be doing from now on.
Well, I graduated from law school last May, and right now I'm working for the U.S. Patent Office in Washington. Very important.
You said you were going to law school when you were first a contestant
Right.
here. I remember that. So you're now full-fledged.
Full-fledged.
Well, good
Waiting
luck
for the
to
bar
you.
results.
Well, I hope you've got a vacation planned in there, because we've got one planned for you. Congratulations again, Arthur Levine. You are the winner of the trip around the world.
Arthur, each one of these young ladies is a stewardess on Trans World Airlines. They're here to congratulate you and to remind you that you have won a trip around the world via TWA, Trans World Airlines and connecting carriers. Europe, with gay holiday stops in Germany, Rome, and Greece. TWA, who fly the luxurious Starstream jet, will carry you to London in only 6½ hours. TWA, nationwide, worldwide, depend on TWA. And once back on U.S. soil, you'll stay at one of the most exotic and extraordinary resorts in the world, the Hilton Hawaiian Village, a 20-acre paradise of sun and surf where you can even learn to hula. And remember, Art, you are also receiving $1,000.
These girls are with TWA, and they're assisting in kind of setting up this prize so you get the idea of what...
They don't come with the trip.
Maybe they might be assigned to it, I don't know. But it would be very pleasant indeed. Thank you, girls. That's really going to be something. You'll have a little time to set that up, but a trip around the world is something I sure would love to do. I don't know if I'll ever get to or not. Did you ever think you might?
No, I never did. As a matter of fact, when I was on 3 years ago, I didn't take the trips I wanted. My parents offered.
Oh, is that right? You arranged for your parents to have it. That's fantastic. Well, you better grab this one because it really is something.
No, I can just picture myself over there right now.
I'll bet so. Over there. See, he's going to go on a trip around the world, and then the next year he's going to go someplace else. I haven't worked on that yet. Now, this young lady, what is your name?
Cheryl Benson.
Nice to meet you, Cheryl. And she's bringing on kind of the capper to this that symbolizes championship all out. The first World Series championship symbolized by Connie, which is this fellow is thinking, as you can see. This is the concentration trophy, and this goes to Arthur Levine. It'll be suitably inscribed. It says 1963 winner, concentration Challenge of Champions, NBC TV, and you're the first one. This is the first of these to be given out, and wear it in health is all I can say.
So much,
Also a flight bag for you. Thank you, and congratulations again, Arthur Levine, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that brings us right back here where we see two brand new faces, except they aren't brand new. Before the World Series came along to interrupt this, we had met these people. I think we ought to reintroduce them. Jim has their names for us. And what we're going to do is they're going to take up where they left off because they were just starting a game at the time the date arrived for our all-out championship. So if you haven't forgotten how to play the game, and I doubt that you have, you've probably been watching the goings-on, we're going to re-meet you, and we're going to have maybe a commercial message in the interim or something, and we'll be off and running. Shall we just have a formal introduction of you folks? Let's just say, here are our next two players. James?
All right, Hugh, let's start first with our present champion, who's a salesman and writer, Mr. Spencer Moon. And his opponent from Hanover, New Jersey, Mrs. Violet Martin.
Isn't that amazing? You know, they had been playing the game, and we're back in it. There was an interruption. They'd come down to the wire without solving the puzzle. And since they hadn't solved the puzzle, and there were so few puzzle squares left undisclosed, we applied the usual rule of each of you being invited to carry over 3 prizes into a brand new game. That goes as follows. Spence had selected one of our gag prizes. It was a bushel and a peck. The watches, that's his and her watches, and the home bar. Now, Vi, you selected a lounge chair, a console organ, and the Canadian vacation. Worthy prizes there. Now, just think. One or both of you might be appearing in next year's Challenge of Champions. You can't tell. We'll have to see how it goes anyway. Let's bring the board to the position. No, we don't. That's right. This is a brand new game. And it has 10 new prizes, plus the 3 that you've racked up. So there's a potential of 13 prizes here for you. Spence, since it was your turn when we left off, we'll start with... Mercy sakes. Then I have here that Spence... No, it's not Spence's turn. That's right. If it's a new game, the person to my left starts. It's been a great weekend, friends. And there's considerable tension, as both Ralph and Art pointed out in the Challenge of Champions. We're now back to normal, we presume. And since it is a new game, Vi, give us 2 numbers and we're into it.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4. Let's see what we have. Bowling equipment is a nice prize to start with.
And 12.
You might hit it. That's 12. A wild card, you did hit it. All right, first 2 parts of the puzzle into view. You have the bowling equipment added to some other prizes. There's a clue. Do you want to guess?
No, it's a little too soon.
I guess it would be soon. No.
Number
Just go ahead.
6.
Number 6.
and 21.
That might be... Oh, it's your prize list is safe anyway. That did not match. Remember where they bid, both of you. Spence, it's your turn.
19.
19. A feather duster.
28.
28. A wild card. What do you know? Both wild cards gone already. And for a feather duster. But you get a look at two parts of the puzzle. All right, Spence, do you want to guess now what it says?
I haven't the foggiest.
I haven't the foggiest is not the right answer. And our time is up. It'll be your turn when we come back now. That'll be tomorrow. First, here is a lady with a problem probably a lot like yours. Watch. Well, here we are with all four of today's contestants, the ones who were in the finals of the Challenge of Champions of 1963, and possibly two who could be in the finals of 1964's Challenge of Champions. Do you want to sit in front of Art Levine? You can't tell, anyway, but I do want to thank you two folks for standing by and getting into the game now again today, and certainly to Ralph Branca and Art Levine for winding up a whirlwind finish to our 1963 challenge. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And I hope we'll stay in touch, Ralph. Really a pleasure seeing you. Good luck to you, Art. Write to us from around the world, wherever you may be. Send a picture back or something. See you tomorrow. This is Hugh Downs saying so long. Thanks for playing Concentration.
GOP, its policy and personal leadership will be revealed tonight on The Loyal Opposition, 10 o'clock 9 Central Time here on NBC. Now stay tuned to Missing Links, next in color on NBC. This program was pre-taped. Jim Lucas speaking.
This has been an NBC Television Network presentation.